Welcome back to Impossibly Unremarkable. My name is Jonathan Butts, and sitting to my right is this esteemed gentleman, this steaming sack of shit that's occupying this little corner of my life. His name's Elliot. His last name's Markson. His middle name's Thomas. He lives at...
Okay, and today we are just two swans in a pond creating a heart with our necks because we're in love. Isn't that right?
Yeah, that's right. Give me that neck.
You suck, man. You're fucked up. Just kidding. How are you doing? I haven't seen you in so long, buddy.
I was good until you said that.
No, you're great.
Like, I was doing really well until you said that. And now, like, everything's just changed.
Really?
Yeah.
You're just like, that pushed you over the edge? You've been having a tough go at it, tough day. And that really just kind of...
I had the perfect weekend.
Really?
Perfect Saturday, Sunday.
Okay.
In which I had zero obligations, no responsibilities.
Oh.
Nothing on the sketch.
You just do whatever you wanted. Relax.
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah. I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything of value.
That's awesome.
I didn't contribute.
That's incredible. Those are the best weekends, though, when you can just kind of like relax. You got nothing on the schedule. You can sit around, watch streaming services, or like jerk off, whatever you want to do. You know?
Yeah.
So what did you do? Which of those?
The
things
first
did
one,
you...
streaming services, the first one. No, I just feel like the last many weekends, for many months, there's always been something.
Yeah.
And I've got something next week and the week after and the week after that, and things are just so tough lately.
Oh, it's so tough to be an adult and have friends and plans and like things and places people want you to be at.
I know, like, damn, man.
No, I get it. It is like, that's like, I don't know, when you're an adult and you just like constantly have plans all the time, sometimes it is exhausting and you're like, I just want a weekend where I can just like sit by myself. And as a father, I don't get those anymore, so.
Yeah, I feel you, man.
Yeah. So you just did nothing. What else has been going on with you then?
My beloved twins fell.
Yes,
Got to see them lose in person.
I heard. How was that?
I will say I did a really good job after the fact. Like after the day after, I feel like I recovered pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
Night of was pretty rough.
Oh,
it was pretty hard.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you like cry?
I didn't cry. No.
Oh.
I was just like...
Were you just upset? You were just
upset,
Despondent?
Obviously, I cannot really control the outcome whatsoever.
Right.
But it was just one of those things, like, kind of the same thing with, like, any sports team after a loss. You just kind of like, oh, if we had done this thing, if, like, this one thing had changed, or this, so many different ways that, it could have gone more on our way.
Right.
And the thing that upsets me the most is just the image that is projected by our loss, by our playoff failure.
Mm-hmm.
Is that it's like, oh, we're just another shitty Minnesota team. It's like, no.
I don't think that's the reaction to the loss. I feel like I've seen a lot of hope on the old socials.
From
I feel
people who like are true fans, like, yes, but I'm talking about like the outside, the non-Minnesotan reaction to it is like,
sure,
they suck. They only have...
like teams like Houston or like the real teams are still looking at the Twins like, well, they're just the same old Twins. They're not a threat.
The thing that makes me happy is, except for Houston, all of the teams that had buys are out.
Really? Dang.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Is that true?
I don't know.
I think that's true.
I haven't followed
all of the teams that had over 100 wins are out. Orioles got swept.
Oh, I like the Orioles.
Rays got swept. Dodgers got swept. Braves lost 3-1.
Man, I'm an Orioles fan, though.
You are?
My Orioles lost? Well, the reason I'm an Orioles fan is because when I was young, that was my T-ball team.
Oh,
the Orioles?
We were the Tigers, I think.
Ah.
I mean, I think I had multiple teams, but the one that stands out most to me is the Tigers.
Big Orioles guy.
Really?
Sure.
I like the Orioles. They have like suffered very long, and now they have like a really good team, and they're set up for a couple
we've come
years.
a long way.
Yeah.
We've really been trying to build up a good squad, and this year I had a lot of hope for us going into the postseason.
Name like one player on the Orioles, please.
Sammy Swinger.
I think you're trying to say Sammy Sosa?
No, I know who Sammy Sosa is.
Oh.
Not him.
Okay.
I can't name a single player.
It's fine.
I just like the idea of the team.
That's fine.
I just like their mascot.
It's
a fun bird.
It is a fun bird.
Not everybody gets a fun bird. Some people are lame, like the Eagles. Lame.
Thing is, the bird teams didn't fare very well
Mm.
in the MLB this year.
Well, what are you going to do?
But, there's a lot to be happy about. We got a solid foundation for the team.
Sure.
Honestly, just the worst part is like the wait. Like, I don't want to wait another 7 months.
That is the
to start
worst.
enjoying my favorite team again.
That's the worst part about when your team loses for the season, because then you're just like, I guess I'll just wait a few more months and then do it all over again.
Yeah.
And then get my hopes up and then be crushed once more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we'll probably keep doing the same thing where we'll be like really good and then we'll suck for a long period and then we'll be really good. My hopes will be really high and then we'll get crushed.
They could be good for the next couple years.
Got to say,
right?
Solid base.
Yeah.
Solid base.
There's hope, buddy.
Thanks, man.
I can guarantee another postseason win next year.
Okay.
I'm guaranteeing it. That's an L guarantee.
What? Like, what's at stake?
I don't know. My reputation.
Okay. A lot at stake.
People will start to look at me differently if I'm wrong about this one. I've been wrong before, but not this time. I can promise you that.
So, aside from watching my beautiful twins fumble,
Yeah.
This past Friday, we were celebrating our dear friend Hannah's birthday. Happy birthday, Hannah.
Oh, that's right. How was that?
It was great. We went to a brewery, and then more importantly, went to the Minnesota Zoo where they had this like jack-o'-lantern spectacular or something like that. Basically, it's just a bunch of like.
How many jack-o'-lanterns were there? Because I've seen like pictures.
There's got to be thousands of them.
Thousands.
Thousands, yeah.
How long are you like walking? Is it through the whole zoo or where is it?
So I haven't been to the zoo in a while, which is a tragedy because I love the zoo. Like honest,
zoos.
A couple months ago. Well, no.
I'm just kidding.
I like to be able to see all the animals, but I'll feel bad.
Sure. Yeah.
During it.
No, you're good.
But when you and Megan, I'm pretty sure, took Wesley to the zoo, and I was like low key like bummed.
Megan took him. I couldn't
because I want to see the animals.
I haven't been in the zoo in a hot minute either. I need to take Wesley there again because it's just fun to see him get all excited about stuff.
The worst part is there were no animals.
Oh, they put them all to bed.
Well, it's like 9 p.m. and also I don't even know if the zoo's like open for regular visiting
I don't think
in like
so.
the deep fall.
I don't
know. I don't know the specifics of it. I'm just a casual patron.
Yeah.
But eventually you get on this trail which is just lined with pumpkins, and like the further you get, the more pumpkins there are, and there's like pumpkins hanging from the tree and pumpkins all stacked up, and there's a ton of really cool ones. They
Sweet.
had along the trail they would like have a pumpkin that would say like December, and then there would be a bunch of other pumpkins carved with things that are reminiscent of December that make you think December. Like,
but it's not December.
Well, they did every month. It was like
They did every month of the year?
Yeah, it was like a trail of months.
That's cool. Fun.
That showed off the seasons, but
I feel like carving pumpkins is super difficult.
Yeah.
I would almost equate it to like ice sculpting or something
I was about
like that.
My mind went the exact same place. Like ice sculpting.
Like if you can carve that well and like make a cool design out of it, you're pretty talented. You're artistic.
There were some very impressive pumpkins.
Yeah, because was most impressive one.
The most impressive one?
Yeah.
Any of the animal ones where it was like the pumpkin. I'm gonna call it a pumpkin crawl because that's really what it feels like.
Pumpkin crawl, nice.
They were all like just a bunch of standard jack-o'-lanterns with goofy faces,
mm-hmm.
and then you get to like these intricate like animals and landscapes and all this stuff. So like. I got a couple pictures of some like raccoons because I love raccoons.
Yeah, we know.
But they looked really, really cool.
Sweet.
There was a Justin Jefferson one. There was a Twins one. There was it was a good time. But the best part of the whole experience, we're leaving.
Nice.
And
the best part was when we left.
We walk into the building trying to leave, and you can go left to leave, or you can go right, and it's like 11 p.m. at this point.
Yeah.
But like they have like a small like aquarium section that was still open.
Oh.
And there was just like employees sitting there just like watching people like look. So it was like, hey, okay to do it. And all the lights were off, but you can still see a ton of fish. There was like manta rays and sharks and smaller sharks, and
that's cool. Like after dark,
yeah,
it's like lit up in the tank
really
and you could see them.
Yeah, it was awesome.
That's sweet.
It tied the whole thing together because the whole time I was like, fuck, man. Yeah. We're in a giant zoo and I haven't seen a single animal.
Right.
I see animal sculptures.
I like
see
seeing
pumpkin
the fish
carvings
at the zoo.
of animals. I would spend like every weekend at the zoo if I could.
Really?
Like if I lived near like an aquarium or a zoo, I'd be there.
This guy goes to the zoo every day.
I'd be there all the time.
When Christmas is coming up, I'll get you a membership at the zoo.
Oh, I would only want to go there because it's like such a hassle to drive there, you know.
Oh yeah, I haven't been in a minute, so I don't remember.
But I don't know. There's something so fun, you know.
At the zoo?
Yeah, man, it makes you feel like a kid.
Wow.
And then like when we were there, I'm like, man, I want to go to like the science museum and like the children's museum, like all these things.
This guy just wants to like be where kids are. He wants to hang around the kids.
I wouldn't necessarily say that, especially because that makes you sound like a fucking weirdo.
You just said you want to go to the zoo and the children's science museum.
The children's museum and the science museum, because like, all right, I have this very fond memory of being at the children's museum, and we went a ton as kids. Like,
Sure.
I feel like it was like a once a year thing in school. But like they had these like interactive like water exhibits where you just like play with water. There's one where you like simulate a tornado. It's like you don't get to do that fun shit as an adult.
That's true, man.
Like
I do remember the tornado simulation. That was pretty sweet.
Like the adult equivalent to like that experience is like filing your taxes. Like I do that once a year.
Yeah.
And before I used to, you know, pretend to be in a tornado, play in water. There's one of these museums, I'm pretty sure there's like where you can feel like you're an ant. Like there's a bunch of ant stuff you can
Wait, I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's like a whole ant thing.
There's a whole ant thing.
I remember going there as a kid on a field trip, and it's like a whole like it's like how ants live.
Exactly. Who like decided that adults just don't get to have that stuff?
I don't know. Adults decided that for themselves, I think.
We need to. Is that a new hat?
It's relatively new, yeah.
It's a very nice hat.
Thank you.
We need to flip the script, man.
You're right.
I feel like we're not having enough fun day to day.
Yeah, adults don't have enough fun. And that's my problem with adulthood. We need to have more fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I could do it pretty easily.
I want to go in a ball pit.
If I just drank more. I feel like I could achieve that. But I want to have experiences. I don't want to just...
That's like what adults do for fun is they like do drugs and drink alcohol and stuff.
Yeah.
And like, I'm not about that right now. You know, I want to go in a ball pit. I want to go on a trampoline.
Do you want just like...
One time I went to the trampoline park, by the way, as like an adult. Like I was probably like 22, 23 with Megan, my current wife. We had a blast, by the way.
No.
But it is so much more tiring than I had recalled.
Yes.
After bouncing for about 15 minutes, I was winded. And I was in shape at this point, by the way. I wasn't even like hefty like I was before. For those of you who don't know, I used to be hefty. But yeah, I was in shape and I was just shocked. I was like, wow, this is a cardiovascular response. I'm feeling it. I think I'm at my V2 max right now.
The day Kobe died, we were in Eau Claire at this... I don't know what they were for. I think maybe they were celebrating Kyle's birthday, but like the day after his birthday, we decided to get together at like this... you know what I'm talking about? I can't remember this, but it's like an arcade and like a go-kart and there's like a indoor jungle gym.
Sure.
Like adults can also use it, and like the same thing. I jumped on the trampoline for like a minute. And I was like, this sucks.
You're like, how do these kids do this? They're here for like an hour, like two, I don't know.
When you're a child, it's like, it's nothing.
You just
it's absolutely nothing. But when you're slinging around like 200 plus pounds of weight, it's not fun. And then you find out Kobe dies.
Yeah.
It's
Worst day ever.
This is something I have to care about now.
That was an awful day.
That was an awful day.
I mean, I think I was just sitting at home when I got the news.
I might have been in a go-kart.
I mean, that's, if you're going to get bad news like that, at least you were go-karting.
Yeah.
That's good.
You're like, yeah. Oh.
Fuck.
No.
Crash the go-kart.
Yeah. What did you do this past week?
What did I do?
Yeah.
Well, because we didn't get to do an episode last week, because you were at the Twins game, I didn't get to recap the concert I went to. Remember the last episode? I was like, next week I'm going to recap the Slow Dive concert.
And
I didn't get to do
we're
that.
out of time, so...
Oh. Yeah, no, I didn't think anyone wanted to hear about it. Let's just... Yeah. Thanks. I'll give my final thoughts. No, but the concert was fun. I really enjoyed it. It was a blast. Honestly, so their music is awesome. I love it. But seeing it live was like a whole different experience. Like, there's something about seeing a band that's like actually super talented. Like, you can just see a difference compared to anything else. Like, I've been to a lot of live shows. I've seen some bad ones, I've seen some okay ones, and I've seen some great ones. This one was really great. Like, the overall talent of the people on stage was just incredible. Even the opener. So we discussed the opener last time, right? Drab Majesty.
They got Drab Majesty?
You said that last time. But they were super good too. It was like super trippy. Like they would have like, so Drab Majesty is two guys. They had one guy on guitar and he would do some vocals, and the other guy was just on the keys. Except what he would do with the keys was incredible. Like he would like the bass line was being played on the keyboard. It was almost like he had like multiple things being played on like halves of the keyboards. Like he had 2 rows of keyboards, and then they would be split into whatever he's doing. So he would do like the synth or the melody, and then he would have like the bass going on one, and they just created this like huge sound from 2 guys. It was incredible. Like what they could do with just 2 instruments. I was floored. Like they were super talented and super cool. I mean, I would like to see what they could do with a full band though, because obviously I feel like they're a little limited, and not having like a live bass player does kind of take away in some ways, but I was still very impressed with their set. They were super awesome. Would check them out if I were you. They've kind of got like a fun, like, I would equate them to like a sound of like the Smiths, or like a modern Smiths, kind of like they still have like,
I don't know that I could name a single Smiths song.
You know the Smiths.
Name like their most popular song.
There is a light that never goes out.
No.
Oh, come on.
No. Man, I'm not really like mainstream like you.
You're right. Anyways, Slow Dive was really awesome. They played all the hits. And then they also came on for an encore, did 3 more songs, and it was super cool. Great show. I was there with my father-in-law, so it was fun to be there with him too. We chit-chatted, and it was cool. It was fun. It was awesome. Really enjoyed it. Would recommend. Go see them live. They're super cool. I mean, they're really great on the record, but I would say they're even better live. And yeah. And then this week, I went to the Dells. So that's why I couldn't go to Hannah's little shindig at the zoo and the
little
brewery.
shindig. Don't fucking downplay it.
Little tiny shindig for her birthday.
Huge party.
Just kidding. Shout out her.
That you weren't invited to.
I was invited. I just couldn't go.
Nah, yours was like a pity invite.
Okay, yeah. No, that makes sense. I think I probably got invited after the fact, but as my rule goes, if I'm an afterthought, I'm not going. But yeah, so I couldn't go because me and Megan went to the Dells with Wesley and her parents, so that was fun. We stayed in a little hotel and went to the pool, and Wesley got to swim, which was fun. He loves swimming. He loves the pool. He was like splashing. He was kind of doing this in the water, and then he would like splash himself in the face. It was kind of funny. And then got to play some pickleball with my father-in-law, who is far better at pickleball than me. He plays in like an actual pickleball league, so he plays probably like multiple times a week.
I don't know the rules, but I'm gonna do this right now. I'm gonna do this live.
Okay.
Steve, I challenge you to pickleball. I haven't played in well over a decade. Whenever the last time, which would have been high school, where you play like the high school version of pickleball. But Steve, I'm challenging you. I feel like I have this innate ability to do it well. I'm not very narcissistic, but in this specific instance, I am. Very egotistical. Take me on. You have my number.
Does he have your number?
He could.
He might.
He doesn't have my number?
I don't know. I can give it to him.
I thought we talked.
He
about
would
it.
crush you, dude.
How? It's okay. I've watched videos of like professional pickleball players, and it's the most boring thing ever.
It's different when you're playing.
No. I know it's fun to play. I'm saying, like, the pace of play.
Yeah.
Is so slow.
Oh, come on.
That there's no way I couldn't
when you're
fucking
in like
crush it.
A good rally, a good volley, it's intense, bro. It's intense.
It's like an easier tennis.
No. Well, kind of.
Yeah.
Because it's like tennis, but smaller.
Yeah, and easier, yeah.
No, because you're playing with a different ball. You got a different paddle. It's different. But I played him one-on-one. And in my defense, we were playing a different version. We weren't playing full court. He's like, all right, we're playing single skinny. At first, I'm like, I don't know what the hell single skinny is, but okay, let's do it. So basically, it's just like half the court. So you're each on the same side of the court, playing half of it, which was more difficult for me because then you have to be more accurate. Like, this court is half the size of what already a small court is. So then I'm just like, I hit it out of bounds so many times. I was just giving him points.
I feel like you're way more athletic than me. That's just objectively true.
Yes.
I feel like I might have better hand-eye coordination than you.
You might. Yeah, I would say so.
And again, Steve, challenging you. Winner gets a beer.
I just don't think you can.
I think I can.
Let's put this into perspective. Me and Steve played 5 games.
Yeah?
I lost all 5.
Yeah?
And I didn't score more than 3 points in a game.
You just need to do better.
I got obliterated.
How about we do this? You and me. Does Steve have a duos partner?
Probably. I don't know.
Steve, bring your right-hand man, and let's do this.
Me and you against him?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
But if you drag me down, then it doesn't count.
I will not drag you down.
I mean, it sounds like you might.
No, I'm pretty good, I think. I just need
Dude, I don't know the fucking rules whatsoever.
This guy's making it. You don't know what you're getting. We'd like lose so bad, I bet.
It's not like racquetball or
all right.
Or like
here's what we'll do.
It's pickleball.
Here's what we'll do. We will get together. We will practice. All right, so we can get you some reps in, right? So you can kind of get the feel for it. And then we'll come to this challenge. We'll give them the business.
I'm calling you out, Steve.
Yeah.
Do you think he'll be scared?
No, I don't think so.
All right. I just want to bond with him. And we'll cut this part out, but I just want to bond with him.
We'll cut this out, obviously. Don't want to, show feelings or anything or let him know how we feel.
That wouldn't be cool.
No. But yeah, it was a good week. It was pretty crazy. But yeah, I wish I could have been at Hannah's birthday. It looked fun.
That was fun.
The brewery and the zoo. I wish I could have been at the zoo.
I feel like I don't see Wesley anymore.
Yeah, man, you should see him. Honestly, man.
When?
My whole thing with like people who are like, "Oh, we want to see Wesley." I'm like, "Come see him." Like, it's not my job to make sure you see my kid.
Well, I don't.
I'm packed. My schedule's packed enough. If you want to see him, you can text me.
I mean, you guys, forced us out. I know Megan doesn't want me around, so maybe we could.
That's true. No,
maybe we could pick like a neutral site.
Well, last time you were over, I mean, the whole incident, just you broke half my plates. I don't know what got into you that day. I mean, we had to buy paper plates to get through the week. It wasn't cool, man. No, it's not cool. I don't care if you didn't like the roast she made. It's not okay to like scream at her, tell her she's a shitty cook and a bad wife, and break our plates. Like, that's not okay, and I'm not cool with it.
Anyone who knows me knows I would never dine at a friend's house. There's no way.
That's actually true, bro. Like, you are the, I don't know if our audience knows this or if we've talked about this, but you are notoriously weird at coming over to people's houses when we're eating. Like, you'll come over, like, before we record or whatever, and we'll be, like, eating dinner, and I'll be like, "Hey, man, do you want a plate? Do you want to eat?" And then you always say no, and you'd prefer to, like, go sit downstairs by yourself while we finish eating, which I think is so much weirder.
I feel like I know it's weird, but there's like a very real explanation. I don't want to like intrude on your personal time, on your family time.
But we invited you over. And just because we're eating doesn't mean
because most of these scenarios it's like right before the podcast. So
sure.
You didn't invite me over for dinner. You invited me over for the podcast.
Yeah, but if you're over and we're eating, you can have a plate. That's no skin off my bones.
That's your food, man. You gotta.
That's no dirt off my grass.
Three mouths to feed.
I mean, Wesley hasn't even eaten solids yet, so we tried actually. We tried to give him solids.
Didn't you tell me today that he's working on his first tooth?
Yeah. That was the other thing. He has a tooth coming in.
By solids, you mean like mushy? Like
so we started giving him like the little parfaits, which is like it's like baby food, right?
Yeah.
So it's like mushy banana or mango or sweet potato, whatever the flavor is. And we like gave it to him with a spoon, and then he just kind of like makes his face just like. Like he's like confused. He doesn't know. I don't think he understands it's supposed to be food.
If you've only ever had milk and then you're introduced to this completely new thing, I understand the reaction.
Well, we actually also gave him a pizza crust to play with the other day while we were in the Dells. So there's this thing with babies. The pizza crust, he wasn't supposed to eat it, right? Because he doesn't have teeth.
Yeah.
But like there's this thing with babies where if you're like going to start them on solids, you give them like this like a big piece of food. Like you'd give them like, I don't know, like a full banana or something that they can like put in their mouth.
Yeah, kind of like play around
and
with
like
it
hold in their hands so they can have it themselves.
That makes sense.
Like they're not supposed to eat it, but they just like play with it and put it in their mouth.
Did
So
he-
they kind of get the
Did
idea
you do
of
that
food.
with the crust?
Yeah, so like he had it in his mouth for a little bit, but
Good.
I got
Good for him.
nervous because I was like, oh, I don't want him to like get too much saliva on it and have it break off, and then, he starts trying to swallow it.
What a
hold it.
dad.
So I took it away from him after a bit.
What a dad caring for the...
I just get nervous.
Oh, that's
I'm a
understandable.
nervous parent, I think.
Good.
But what can you do?
Nothing.
He's learning, he's figuring it out, but it's tough to become a person. It's one of the toughest things you can do.
I'm still working on it.
Me too. I still haven't gotten there yet.
Yeah.
It's a long road.
It is a long road.
It's a long road. Well, anything else you want to touch on?
No.
Or talk about?
No.
Or tell me about?
No.
Or tell the viewers about?
No.
Or...
I do. I have an excellent recommendation.
Okay, let's get into it.
And this actually
Recommendation of
ties
the week.
into something I did last week.
Okay.
So I'm notoriously bad at like taking care of myself.
Yeah, I know.
Not just like
Just kidding.
like I do like the regular maintenance and shit, but if I have an ongoing medical issue,
Sure.
I will like fight tooth and nail to avoid seeking professional help.
I get
Because
that.
A, I don't want to spend the money.
Yeah.
Too expensive. B, what if they weigh me and they're like, hey,
You just don't want to get weighed?
the last time I had it's been a long time thing, but like the last time I had just like a physical, which I think would have been 3 years ago.
Okay, yeah.
The doctor's like, and this was maybe 2 years ago. This is when like I was starting CrossFit, so I had lost like 20 pounds
Sure.
in a couple months, and I was like feeling good, looking good. The doctor's like, yeah, you need to lose some weight. I'm like, I understand that. I know that. I'm working on
Did you
that.
tell him that you were?
Yeah.
Didn't he notice your chart that you
She.
the way you said it? Okay, I'm sorry. Did they?
No, you would expect a female doctor to be more.
No, it's because
compassionate.
my doctor is a male, so I
really?
just associated in my head him. Sorry. I apologize. Your doctor is a female.
Well, she's not my doctor anymore.
Okay. Well, this doctor, didn't they look at the chart and go, he's lost 20 pounds?
Well, that's the thing.
She still
the
made it a
thing.
point to tell you need to lose weight?
A couple years ago, that was my first physical in like a decade.
Oh, so she...
Yeah, I don't have a primary care physician.
What?
But
Dude, what?
I just I don't need to be told the obvious. And thankfully, so I went to the doctor last week and I didn't get weighed. And I was like, sweet,
I think you can just opt out of the weighing.
No,
by
I
the
know,
way.
I know,
think
I
you
know.
don't have to.
But it was like, yeah, this according to this BMI, I'm like,
BMI charts are bullshit.
you don't need to tell me
by the
anything.
way.
Like I look at myself every day.
Don't I don't know why they go off a BMI chart, because it makes no sense, because BMI charts are just like your weight and height.
Yeah.
And like where you should be at with those two criteria, and that is not how healthy weights are measured.
I mean,
like if I did my BMI, I'm probably overweight, which is insane because I'm like
the difference is
157
the difference is
and I'm
the
5'6".
difference is like I'm actually overweight. I don't need a BMI. Like I don't look at BMI because I know the answer to that question. But anyways, for years since like high school, maybe earlier, I've always had like almost like a constant rash on my back and my chest, and it was like always irritating. And like when I work out, it gets like really really hot.
Is it like eczema?
Yeah, it is eczema.
Okay.
Well, I found that out. But it's just like always
Wesley
really.
has that. So.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Baby
poor
eczema.
guy.
You probably have something like that. Adult eczema though.
No, I have baby eczema. That's
You still have baby eczema?
But it got like to be a really bad problem where it was like just like overwhelmingly itchy and hot the last few weeks, and so I was like, fuck it, I got a couple things I got to take care of.
Yeah.
When I was having Emily look at my back, she found this mole that probably shouldn't be there. So it's like,
Oh, that's right.
Add that to the list.
Wait, I don't think I got a follow up on that. I remember getting a text that you were getting that mole checked out.
You're gonna love this.
Okay.
So I booked
You break it on the podcast. It's malignant.
I book an appointment with a dermatologist. I've never seen a dermatologist before.
Yeah.
And like I got multiple things to talk about. Like I have dry scalp all the time. My face gets like flaky, like just all these different things.
Yeah,
And
if there's someone who needs to go to the dermatologist,
it's
it's
for
probably
sure
you.
me. And so I just like fucking dump on him. I'm like, I got this and this, and can you remove these and also take a look at this? And he was so patient. This doctor was a guy.
Okay.
I was hoping for a female. I just almost exclusively prefer female doctors.
Honestly, I agree. In most things. Like,
yeah.
just, I feel more comfortable with, like, professionals who are female. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't, with the exception of that one doctor who was like, you're overweight. I'm like, no shit. For the most part, female doctors never made me feel like insecure.
Yeah, I think sometimes when you just meet, like, a male professional, they just come across so, like, aggressive or like, I don't know, like I don't know. I don't like it. They make me feel uncomfortable sometimes.
Yeah, I'm right
I
there
can't
with
explain it verbally. I don't know.
But this guy was awesome. He like diagnosed the eczema right away, gave me a script for that.
Mm-hmm.
He same thing with like my head and my face. He looked at them all and he's like, "Yep, we need to do a biopsy on that."
Nice.
You know, that
Heck
doesn't look good.
Oh.
You don't look too good, dude. And then I had some skin tags that he got removed. But it was like 40 minutes. It cost me $75.
Well, that's not bad.
Not a huge fan of the copay.
But that's not bad.
Yeah.
If you're getting a couple things removed and biopsied.
But here's why this is my recommendation.
Oh, right. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah. Really just an extension of my week. So I told you, I've had that like just blotchy, red, itchy skin for years.
Yeah.
Like I've never lived without it in my memory.
Oh.
Like the other day I looked at my chest. I'm like, holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it's supposed to look like.
Oh, so it's cleared up.
Yeah. Like my
Wait,
chest.
so what's your rec of the week? Going to the doctor?
Take care of yourself. Go to the dermatologist, man.
There you go.
And also, like, I wasn't really afraid of having a melanoma. I don't know the results yet, by the way.
Oh, they haven't told you?
No.
Well, I hope.
Which is slightly worrisome.
I hope it's. I
I was told
hope it's good.
I was told it's supposed to be a couple days to a week. And
I'm sure they're just backed up in the lab.
they could be. But also, like, when I was leaving the appointment, I like looked looked at the cup that had like the skin graft or whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't like closed. It was just like sitting open. I'm like, is someone gonna grab this?
Yeah,
Or like,
does that need to be?
someone need to
Is that?
close this
Can
up?
it just be exposed like that?
The
I don't know.
chain
I'm not a
of-
doctor.
The chain of evidence might be tampered with.
Maybe. I don't know.
But man, I feel a lot better now.
So you're cleared up now?
Way clearer.
Pop that shirt off. Let's see.
No, he didn't also like cut away like 60 pounds of.
Oh, we don't care about that. I want to see that chest, baby.
Nah, man. No, but I mean, just do it, man.
Yeah.
There's so many times when I've waited way too long to reach out to a professional, whether it's like a physical issue, whether it's a mental issue.
Yeah.
It's always better to just bite the bullet, swallow the frog, as they say.
Swallow the frog.
Swallow that frog.
Dude, I get that. I feel like I've done that in the past too, and I still do it to some extent, just like waiting to go to the doctor or waiting to take care of an issue. I remember in college when I still smoked, I'm about 99% sure I had bronchitis at one point, and I never went to the doctor.
Were you just like afraid of telling them, like, yeah, I rip
cigs on the reg.
cigs?
No, they know. They know I rip cigs because I look so cool. They could tell.
Do you smoke tobacco, sir? Yeah, I take a righteous drag.
Yeah, dude. Of
every
course.
day.
I rip darts. Are you kidding me? Are you asking me if I rip darts?
Did you ever like, after the fact, after you quit smoking, did you ever like fear for the health of your lungs, or were you like, nah,
No, not really. I mean, during, yes, but after, no, because I was like, I mean, it was like a couple years, so
that's true.
I was pretty much over it at that point.
I've seen videos of like lungs after someone quits smoking, and like the effects are incredible.
I mean, I did some research after it too, like
Apparently,
how long it takes to
it's
go
not
away.
good for you.
Smoking?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't
Just
think
learning
putting
that.
anything in your lungs is technically good if it's not oxygen.
This guy.
Technically, I don't know. I mean, you can do
This guy
whatever
has
you
a
want.
Bachelor of Arts. And he's just.
You
Do
know,
you?
I got-
Or do you have a Bachelor of Science?
I think it's a Bachelor of Business Administration.
Oh, it is. So it's
Yeah.
not. Yeah, I wasn't in College of Arts and Science.
Yeah. So it's like better than the other ones, probably.
I don't know
It's
about
like
that.
probably better than the other ones, I bet. Anyways, yeah, that's a good rec.
Thank you. Take care of yourselves, guys.
Take care of yourselves. Come on.
If
an
I
adult.
can pay the copay, so can you.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
That's
everyone's
good.
Financial decisions.
Yeah, I don't know.
Different situations.
I don't know where you're at financially, whoever's listening. I don't know. I can't.
Send us your finances. We'll
Just send us your statements for your bank or whatever. I'll let you know if you should go to the doctor. Anyways, my rec of the week is spooky experiences in general. So, what?
That was honestly just like I needed to take a big sigh. That wasn't anything related.
I thought
to what you're
you had a
saying.
reaction to it.
No. That
Okay.
was sometimes I just like need to.
Yeah, so I don't know how to explain this, but anyways, I went to I glossed over this in my Dell's experience, but this was actually my real highlight. So we went on this, it was called a haunted boat tour, which I feel like wasn't an accurate name for what it was because it was essentially an outdoor haunted house. So what they did was you got on this big boat with a bunch of other people. It was a pretty sizable boat. Like there was 2 levels to it. There was the top level and the underneath level. So then you get in this boat, and then they slowly take you down the river, down this little canal. You're going in the woods. Kind of spooky. It's nighttime. It was dark. And then they pull up, right? They pull up to this side. You get off the boat at a separate location. They walk you down this trail, and then you get to the start, and they're like, all right, go. And then, like, you just start walking down this trail. And all it is you're in the middle of the woods, and this trail was super well done. So they had decorations everywhere, make it real spooky. They had like sounds and lights and cool shit and like actors everywhere. So like you had no idea, like sometimes they'd just be hiding off in the side and you didn't see them till like you were right there. And then they would like scream at you or something. And they'd all be in like costume and like trying to be creepy. And it was like long, dude, like in a good way. Like it just kept going. It was super cool. Like there'd be different parts where you like, they built like a structure and you'd go through like this dark tunnel and like you're like, what's going on? I can't see anything. Well, and you get to the other side and there'd just be like some lady in some makeup and she'd just go, no! And then you'd be like, oh my goodness gracious.
Did you ever get like genuinely scared?
I actually was surprisingly super calm the whole time.
What about Megan?
Megan was terrified. I mean, in a good way, obviously it's exactly what you want when you're going through something like that. But like she would like hold on to me super tight, and there was a point where I was behind her because like on the way back because you had to do it a second time. So there was the way there because it wasn't a loop. So then they had to send you back, and then they kind of took you a little separate route to get back to the beginning. But so I'm behind her because she didn't want something to come up behind, which nothing really did. I was safe, but there was a point where she's like holding on to me from behind, and then I just like slowly let go of her. And it was like we couldn't really see very well because it's dark. So then she just like freaked out while I let go because like, you know, it's a haunted place. She wanted to keep holding on to me, but I thought it was hilarious to let her go. But yeah, it was super cool and would recommend. It was very well done. If you're in the Dells or Wisconsin area, I would try to go over there and see what it's like over in the Dells in the haunted spooky boat
I've never
tour.
done a haunted house before.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't done a lot. I've done one in college that was done by the college. That one was okay.
I was saying, but that sucked.
It was like all right for what it was.
That was one that was like in like one of the dorms, right?
Yeah, but it was in like that weird one.
Yeah,
like the Priory or whatever it's called, like way off campus. Like the weird kids kind of lived there. Yeah. I don't know what that was about.
So why would you live off campus and like, still pay like university rates?
That was weird.
That's insane.
But that one was like, okay. But this one was super well done. And you're in a forest, which makes it even better. And there was this point where you're kind of like in like this little like tiny, tight area where there's like rocks on either side. So you're just kind of like slowly going through it. And it was like really cool. It was like tight and like fun. It was wild.
Nice.
It was spooky, dude. There was this point where there's this person dressed as like a big goat monster. And they were like on stilts. And like, oh, it's crazy. I feel like it's spookier like the further from human they get. Like some of the people that are just like standing there and like with fake blood on them, I'm like, whatever. But like if I see a scary goat man, whoa, spooky.
Can we go to that one in Shakopee?
Yeah, sure. Which one?
Actually?
Yeah.
It was like the Trail of Terror, I think is what
dude, I would love to do more of them. I thought it was awesome.
When do you have time? Let's book it.
Let's book it.
Right now.
Okay.
I've always wanted to go, even though I think I'd be pretty scared.
Yeah.
I think
we could hold hands.
Really?
Yeah, sure. I don't care. Okay. I'll hold your hand, bro.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, I'll hold your hand the whole way, buddy.
Funny thing about my eczema is if you looked at and felt my hands,
okay, we get it. You have eczema.
You'd never be able to tell.
Yeah. Is it strictly on your back and chest?
Back and chest. But like, look how beautiful and soft my hands are.
Yeah, you've got good hands, bro.
Thank you.
Like, you've got good, soft hands.
This girl in, I think, 6th or 7th grade, she was like a goth girl. I think she only lasted a year.
Awesome.
Before she moved on to a different school. But she like grabbed my hand and she told me my hands are really soft. I'm like, wow.
That's a compliment.
This is like the first nice thing I've ever heard.
That's really awesome, dude. I mean, your hands are pretty soft. You must put a lot of lotion on there.
I don't.
You must have a lot of lotion on your hands a lot.
I don't know.
You use a lot of lotion?
Why would I put lotion on my hands when they're naturally...
Your right hand looks a little softer than your left, though. Like there's been more lotion on that one.
If only you knew.
Okay.
I thought you were my friend.
I'm just kidding, buddy. Anyways, it was awesome. Do that shit because I would love to do another haunted house. It was awesome.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's book it.
My administrative assistant will schedule these things.
Yeah, sure. I'll just I'll set up time on your calendar with her.
Thank you.
And we'll get something going.
Question of the day.
Question of the day. Yeah. What is it? Hit me with it.
As I was thinking about it, I didn't want one that was like hypothetical. Like I didn't want a hypothetical answer from you. I just want to learn
real.
more about you.
Yeah.
And since it's the spooky season,
Mm-hmm.
can you tell me some of your fondest Halloween themed childhood memories?
Halloween childhood memories?
Yeah. The fondest ones. Or the scariest ones.
Whoa. Dude.
I can start first if you need some time to think.
Yeah, go ahead.
A couple come to mind. I remember when I was a kid, after The Dark Knight came out, I really wanted to be the Joker. Like, really, I mean...
I could see you dressed up as the Joker.
Who didn't want to be?
Like, now.
But, like, I didn't do, like, a very good job. I mean, I had, like, green hair, face makeup, all that stuff. My, like, garb was lacking. I think I had, like, a purple shirt, but I didn't have, like, the full vest in it. But anyways, I thought it looked pretty good for, like, the age I was. And I wanted to, like, the first house we went to, I wanted to check in with this family that was going to give me candy and be like, do you know what who I am? Do you know what I'm supposed to be?
Yeah.
And so, knock, knock, trick or treat, whatever. I'm like, do you know who I am? I just say just like that. Do you know who I am? And this lady's like, Nathan? She thought I was like some like relative's kid because she was like,
she thought you meant like, do you know who? Like,
yeah.
As a person,
she thought I was like someone she knew, some kid that like she saw at a wedding recently. Nathan? I'm like, no, I'm the
Joker. You idiot!
Why so
Are you
serious?
stupid?
So that was pretty deflating. And also, that was when I was like old enough to need glasses, but young enough not to wear them.
So you were walking around.
So like I reached a point where
blind?
I was like, I can't fucking see. And I remember being at my neighbor Parker. My neighbor's we're in his basement watching Goosebumps.
Nice.
And like I'm really like it's the ventriloquist one, the ventriloquist Goosebump.
Okay, yeah.
You know,
rings a bell.
We're watching it. And I'm like, I can't fucking see this. So I have to like race home, and then by the time I got back and was able to, see things,
Wait, so did you have glasses? You just didn't wear
them?
them?
Yeah. And it totally fucked me up later in life because like the longer you spend not wearing glasses and just straining your eyes, the worse your vision gets. So yeah, I mean, I think I got glasses prescribed for me when I was like 5.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's young.
Very young.
But, it happens.
Also, like, I mean, the last few months have just been... I mean, I'm talking about the fucking kids museum and the science museum. Like, I'm yearning to feel that.
Dude, I feel like you like
childhood.
Are you going through like a quarter life crisis right now? I feel like you kind of are. Although I feel like you're always kind of going through a crisis a little bit.
I mean, you don't know where the stars are aligned for me. This could be midlife. This could be 3/4 midlife.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but in general, it's quarter.
But like, I miss when. Because Halloween was always the best holiday aside from Christmas, but I miss like getting a giant pillow, like because in our neighborhood in Waconia, like we would get a shit ton of candy. We'd have like pillowcases, none of this like little plastic pail of candy, none of that crap. Well, I went trick or treating with my niece last year. Like you get nothing.
Yeah,
it's garbage.
Wasn't I there too?
You were there.
Yeah,
not a huge.
No, not a big haul.
Not a huge haul, but I'm like just trading candy with my brothers and getting so excited. And every once in a while, you get like a full can of Coke, and that was like.
You had neighbors who would give you full cans of Coke?
On occasion, yeah.
That's wild.
Or like a full candy, like that's like crack.
Yeah. As a kid?
Whew. And now this has lost its wonder because I just go to the supermarket.
I can just pick up soda whenever the fuck I want.
Never again will I be able to go to a stranger's house and be handed a single can of Coke.
I just want a stranger to hand it to me,
That makes
like I don't want to have to buy it myself.
Exactly. You get it?
Yeah.
Tell me some of your
I just
memories.
remember like you'd go out with the big pillowcase. I'd get my pillowcase, and it would be like so heavy by the end. Like I'm just like over the shoulder, like I'm a hobo, just kind of like lugging it along, and it'd be like half full, like a half full pillowcase full of candy. And I remember my parents like trying to set rules, right? Like you're like, oh, you can only have a little bit of candy, blah, 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 as they should. right?
Yeah.
You know, you shouldn't be eating candy like that when you're a kid. And, you know, you follow the rules when they're there. But my parents made the mistake of not confiscating the pillowcase. So I would just have open access to this pillowcase whenever
Yeah.
I want. And I'm a kid. I don't have self-control.
Yeah, of course not.
So, I mean, I remember just middle of the night, just my face is in the pillowcase. I'm just finding candy, stuffing I'm inside the pillowcase, just eating what I want, whenever I want. Reese's, book it. Butterfingers, hit me with it.
Dots.
No, I wasn't a big Dots guy. No.
Sprees.
Snickers, baby.
Sprees.
What is a spree? I don't even know what that is.
You don't know what a spree is?
No, I don't.
It's like a disc. It's like a hockey puck of
Oh, I hate
sugar.
those.
Yeah, those
I hate anything in disc form.
Razzles?
Shut the fuck. You're making this up.
Razzles? You never had Razzles?
Ratamutats.
You know what a Razzle is? It's like
No.
that chalky like
I
gum.
don't know what a razzle
The
is.
flavor runs out and like
I guess I only ate the candy I cared for, and the rest of them just went to the wayside. Hershey's, Snickers, Reese's, Butterfingers, anything with chocolate and peanut butter, really. All of those, all of the above. Kit Kats. Oh, I remember one
Charleston Chews.
time. Whatchamacallits?
Yeah, we always went trick or treating in a retirement home, so we got
You only got candy from 1930, between 1930 and 1950.
we got those circus peanuts. The
I remember
God.
being dressed up as like a little English person. Like that was a literal costume I had as a kid. I like dressed up. I had like one of those little like old man hats, and I had like a fun little like high socks, and I had like a cane. Like I was an old Englishman was my costume. And even then, I had been working on my accent. So I'd walk around. I'd go up to the doorbell. I'd be like, "Trick or treat, can I have some candy?"
So you're telling me as a youngin' you appropriated a culture.
British culture, UK culture.
It's a culture.
I mean,
not
like
one that you
just doing
belong
an
to.
accent. Yeah, but like that's like an accent you can just do.
Do you know what the last trick or treat costume that you wore was? Because I know mine.
Man, dude. No, what's yours?
So you know Gumby, right?
Yes.
In middle school, and
You
I
were
think
Gumby?
This is either 6th or 7th grade. But my buddy Alex was Gumby, and the Gumby costume was like $80 or $90, which is like
That's an expensive
way out
costume.
of budget. And I remember going to the store, and I don't remember the name of it, but Gumby had like a friend. I think Gumby might be homosexual. I think there's there's some undertones there. But his like best friend, I'm pretty sure, is like a horse or something like that. But like there was that horse costume, and I really wanted it, and like my mom wouldn't pay for it because like
It's expensive.
It's too expensive. And so I just got this like costume that was just like stalker. It was this like creepy black mask, like a black fedora, and like a black trench coat.
You dressed as the Hat Man.
Honestly,
You were
yeah,
the Hat
it
Man
was
for-
exactly
for Halloween.
it was a rebranded, a less frightening Hat Man. And
Somebody who had a recent sleep paralysis experience saw
Yeah.
you and had
that
some
kind of
PTSD.
that kind of signaled the end of trick or treating for me. It was like once everyone's like, "What the fuck are you?
What are we?
You just." And the other thing is like I don't have contacts, and I like need to be able to see. So I was like wearing glasses.
That's
over
true.
it.
That's tough for you as a kid if
Yeah.
your costumes have to always include glasses.
Yeah.
Like if you wanted to be something that didn't
Especially
have glasses.
when my glasses are like on top of a plastic mask. I looked like a jackass.
That's hilarious.
You don't know the last one you wore?
I don't know.
Do you know when the last time you went trick or treating was? Like for yourself?
I honestly have no idea. I have no recollection.
I would go right now if I could.
I don't know.
Just the excitement,
Sure.
the fun of it all.
We can go. I'll
It
take
probably
you.
would not be as fun.
I can take you. Do you want to go?
Really?
Yeah.
Around your neighborhood?
Sure.
This is my son Wesley. Trick or treat. Trick or treat.
He's got a beard. Yeah, I had him young. He's you don't know my story.
You would have had to have me when you were one.
Yeah.
Possible.
They don't know that.
They don't know that. You're right.
Yeah. Yeah, I have no idea what my last costume was. Although when I was 5, I dressed up as Buzz Lightyear.
I think I might have been Buzz at some point.
No, you couldn't have been Buzz. I was Buzz.
Okay.
No, you maybe thought you were Buzz, but your Buzz was glasses. I was the real Buzz.
You're right. Actually, no, my brother was Buzz.
Oh.
I was Tigger once.
Your Tigger?
Yeah, Harry Potter once.
Oh,
Scooby-Doo once.
Harry Potter fits you because of the glasses.
Why would you say that?
The glasses.
So hard.
You probably would have also made like a good.
Fuck you. If you say Urkel, I'm gonna slap you.
No, you couldn't have been Urkel. For obvious reasons. Hi, I'm White Urkel. Yeah, that would have been a fun costume.
It was the first person with glasses that I could think of that wasn't Harry Potter.
You would have been a great
that blonde kid from Meet the Robinsons.
What?
You know that kid?
I don't know that kid.
Okay.
You would have been a really good that little kid from Up. He didn't have glasses, but I feel like you could have been him. He was a Boy Scout.
He was a fat little Asian boy. Why would that be me?
Was he Asian?
Yes.
Well, yeah, I guess you couldn't have done that then.
No.
Could have been the old man. Oh, he had glasses. Yeah, you would have been a great old man.
I could have
from
been the
Up.
old man.
Yeah.
That probably would have been pretty clever at the time.
Yeah, I feel like you would have really done that well.
I already have the wrinkles.
This year, there's an idea for you.
Okay.
What are you doing this year?
I don't know. I mean, I know, but
you don't want to say.
It doesn't really excite me. Do you know what you're doing?
Yeah.
Are you doing that lame idea?
Yeah. Well, I'm sure we'll have multiple costumes, but yeah, we're doing.
Does that just mean you're buying a jersey and that's it?
Yeah, pretty much. I don't even know if I'll do a jersey. I'll probably just get a T-shirt, like
Dude,
one of those shirt jerseys.
You suck.
The jerseys are $100, dude.
Commit.
Megan wants to be Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift, and Wesley will be a football. I don't remember if I've talked about this yet on the podcast.
But Wesley doesn't. Are you going to wear that here? Because Wesley doesn't. I'm assuming he's not coming.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, I don't know actually. What we'll do for yours?
You should be something just shirtless, probably.
I don't want to be shirtless.
You should probably be shirtless.
I don't really want to. Stop.
You gotta be.
I don't care. I don't care that I'm in shape. I still have body dysmorphia, and I think I'm fat, so I'm not going to be shirtless.
But like, you didn't like once consider what I wanted.
I'll be shirtless if you are.
Okay. All right, we're both gonna wear our shirts.
All right. Yeah, I don't remember my last costume, but
I had a stupider question, but I'll say that for down the road.
What?
No, I got a good bit, a little jokey
What?
joke.
What is it?
No, I'm not gonna tell you.
All right. Are you ready for bizarre news?
Yeah. Let me guess. A snake escaped a zoo, and people are like, "What? Snake?"
Wait, was there an article like that? Wait, send me that link. That sounds so much cooler than what I have.
My phone's right there, but I.
Okay. Bizarre news. Chicago woman, 104, skydives from plane, aiming for record as the world's oldest skydiver.
It would have been way better if, like, with the same passion, the same gusto, you were like, Hamas! Attack.
Yeah. No.
What I'll say about this,
Okay.
and it's important, I don't condone the deaths of innocent people.
Neither do I.
Look at that.
I'm glad we agree.
We're taking a stance.
Woo.
Sorry to
Weird.
hijack that.
No, that's cool.
I felt like if you just come out with it, it would have been...
I don't know if that would have been appropriate.
To just read a headline?
104. A 104-year-old woman, or a Chicago woman, is hoping to be certified as the oldest person to ever skydive after leaving her walker on the ground. She has a walker and she did this? What the hell?
You don't really need a walker when you're...
I suppose. But
flying
still, like
through
getting
the
in
air
the
at
plane,
120 miles
jumping
per hour.
out.
I feel like
That's a lot.
I feel like the thrill of that would probably kill the lady, right?
We'll find
She's
out.
a strong ticker.
Just the article ends with she's dead. Age is just a number, Dorothy Hoffner said.
What an old lady name.
I don't know, Dorothy Hoffner. Yeah, she skydove. The Guinness World Record for oldest skydiver was set in May 2022 by 103-year-old Linnea Ingrid Larsson from Sweden.
Wow. And this new lady was 104, you said?
Yes, but Skydive Chicago is working to have Guinness World Records certify that Hoffner's jump was a record. So they haven't certified it yet, but she did do it.
I think you have to like pay money for that.
Do you actually have to pay for a world record?
I don't think it's like a
That's crazy.
non-profit that just like,
No, they should-
that's a cool thing. Let's put it in a book.
That's what it should be.
No, I'm pretty
You
sure
should
you
just be
have to pay.
documenting cool things.
Because you and I realistically could set a record for something. We would just need to pay the money to get Guinness World Records here.
Longest podcast.
I mean, it wouldn't even have to be something as like strenuous as that. It'd be like Just
Most sodas drinking in one sitting.
most Quick Trip Glazers and cans of Coca-Cola.
We could do it. Anyways, Hoffner first skydived when she was 100.
Wow. So it's not even her first time.
Yes, on Sunday, she left her walker behind just short of the plane, a Skyvan, and was helped up the steps to join the others waiting inside the skydive. Let's go, Geronimo, is what she said. Could you imagine? A 104-year-old lady.
Geronimo.
Let's go,
Damn.
Geronimo. What would you say right before you jump out of a plane? You got to say something like Geronimo.
No, I wouldn't say Geronimo. I'd probably like scream at the top of my lungs. I'd be terrified. This lady's doing something I would never, ever do.
You wouldn't go skydiving?
Not even if I'm like on
I was going to ask you.
No, God, no. I've had the opportunity. I've turned it down.
Really?
Yeah,
You had the opportunity?
of course.
What?
Dude, opportunities present themselves to me all the time, and I just always say no.
Dude,
I like
you got it. You got to switch your tune here.
last week, someone approached us about buying out the podcast, and I said no.
What?
I was like,
How
no.
much?
No.
Wait, how much?
I don't want life-changing money right now. Is what I said.
Life-changing? It was life-changing and you said no? You didn't even tell me about it.
Man, I've just from an early age, I learned to say no to things.
Dude, you got to switch your tune. Just like you said yes to going to the doctor, you got to say yes to doing other things like skydiving.
I don't know what I'm getting out of
Taking
it.
lump sums of money.
I'm fully capable of shitting myself on the ground. I can do that, and I don't need to spend several $100s to free fall.
Look, I'm terrified of heights.
So am I.
But a part of me really would like to go skydiving and really would like to experience.
There's a part of me that would love to be 6'5". There's just certain things that can happen and shouldn't happen.
Okay.
I would kill to be 6'5".
So would I, bro.
Dude, my head would be like up
It'd
here.
be up. You'd be right now it's
Unless
there.
it was just in my legs.
So right now your head is here, right? So to me, from my point of view, my vantage point, if you're 6'5", you'd probably be there.
That'd be pretty cool.
That'd be pretty sweet, dude. Anyways, yeah. So I mean, that's the whole thing. Shout out to that lady. Way to
Shout out Gladys, whatever.
I forget what her name was.
Dorothy.
Dorothy. Hey, shout out Dorothy from Chicago. She's a good role model. She's out here doing things, making sure that that age is just a number. It doesn't matter that you're 26. You can do whatever you want. You can go to the Children's Museum.
Thank you.
Okay. But yeah, shout out to her. She's doing good shit, and I wish I had the gusto to go skydiving. The moxie to go skydiving.
Was that your one and only?
That's my one and only bizarre news.
Anything you want to say to take us away?
Take us away into the sunset. I would say, like we've been saying, just take care of yourself, take care of your body, take care of your mind, take care of yourself spiritually, and every way that you see fit. And if you want to go trick-or-treating this year, go ahead and do it. Don't worry about the candy or the calories. Just have fun, enjoy life. Just kind of be don't let anything hold you back. Like your own issues in your head and your own expectations. Just kind of take life by the balls and rip it,